recording.
Okay. Let's get this out of the way. Afternoon, everyone. I'm Walter Harrison, one of the founders of Tapestry. We do this call every Friday, generally at 2 o'clock Central, where we kind of talk about Tapestry, our background, and also walk through the affiliate program. So I'll kind of start with talking about who I am, what I'm looking to do, and kind of the problem we're looking to solve, and also talk about the future. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. So Walter Harrison, I'm the founder of Tapestry. My background is about a decade experience specifically in the mobility space. So primarily monetizing apps on phones. So we understand that the apps on your phone and the apps on mine are collecting data and primarily monetizing it without your consent. And if they are consenting, it's really deep down in the privacy policy or the terms of agreements, and you're really not taking it seriously. You're not even really looking at it. So if you're going to start a business, a technology company, a small business, you have to have a problem. And the problem we're looking to solve is right in front of you, that the consumer's data is being bought and sold constantly, and we're not getting a penny. So on the right-hand side, you'll kind of see a couple news clippings of what's going on. So starting on the left-hand side right here, there's the Social Dilemma documentary that's on Netflix right now, which kind of explains that if you're using a free product, it could be a social app, a dating app, a weather app, and it's not costing you anything, then you are likely the product itself. I really recommend that documentary. It's the reason why these products are free. It doesn't cost you anything. The right-hand side, you'll see here that many social companies are trying to get more information out of us by launching VPN apps and proxy apps, things that will basically collect more information even when you're outside of their app. Then you have the government, which you can see right here, the FTC ordering many social companies and search companies and dating companies to kind of explain what they have on the average consumer. It seems at times even the government doesn't even know how much data these big tech companies actually collect. And over the years, you've seen even politicians like Andrew Yang, and there's been many, many others who are pushing big tech to actually pay out some type of dividend. Alaska is a good use case. There's a natural resource there of oil. And in Alaska, everyone kind of participates and benefits from that natural resource. California is the home, and now Austin, Texas, and Miami, and so many other large cities like Chicago are the home of so many large technology companies. Shouldn't we all kind of be benefiting from that? And that's the question. Shouldn't we all be benefiting from the product that actually makes these companies so valuable? Because if we were to leave these products, essentially these companies have no value. These products are based upon us using them and then collecting data, and many of them utilizing algorithms to show us a whole host of ads. Ads of products that are sometimes relevant, but sometimes we can't afford, or sometimes we don't even need. So we believe the solution is to go directly to the consumer, right? The goal is we find this data valuable, being very transparent, and we want to collect it from you anonymously, and then we'll pay you for it in exchange. And that's what Tapestry looks to do. So Tapestry is an app that runs in the background and pays the average consumer for the data they're already giving away. We're not looking to collecting anything new outside of the ordinary, not personal information. It's primarily passive location signals. We're very interested in understanding where consumers go. And we'll walk through that in greater detail. So how does it work? When you download Tapestry pretty soon here in the iOS and the Android store, Tapestry creates an algorithmic earning goal for you. This is looking at the hardware and software of your phone. What do I mean by that? Are you on an iPhone 11? Are you on a Google Pixel or a Samsung phone with a bigger battery? Are you on a smaller battery? How many location events can we collect from you? Most of the time, are you running on cellular? Are you running on Wi-Fi? Or are you plugged in? All these things really matter to us, and that's what creates that earnings goal. On the right-hand side, you can see an example of Ronald Richards. We've collected 248 events with him. We're very transparent of what we collect. We also tell him the places that he's visited and his earnings over the last few months. And the key thing for Ronald to understand is that this wiggly line here, events go up and his earnings go up. They are essentially correlated. So this app right now is actually free, right? The goal is to give this app away for free to the average consumer. It doesn't cost them anything. They can refer people to the app, and actually earn money from referring it. We're calling it Tap a Friend and Earn a Buck, as long as that user is active for 30 days. But we also have a more robust program for our entrepreneurial folks like yourselves, which we call Tapestry Affiliates. We are relying on you to be our user acquisition. So instead of us going to big ad networks and spending millions of dollars to get users to download a product, we'll pay you. When you tap on your friend, when you market on social media or on YouTube or your close confidants, and they download and stay active, we will pay you every single month passively, as long as these users stay active, which we're super excited about. But to learn more about the affiliate program, I'll turn it over to Danny Walker, one of our affiliate managers, and she'll kind of walk you through line by line how that affiliate program works. I'll be back in a sec. Over to you, Danny.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for being here. Yeah, this is Danny Walker with Tapestry, and I want to share with you the compensation plan. So as Walter shared with everyone, when we started thinking about how can we help people tap into the earnings on their data that they're missing out on right now, we wanted to also be able to incentivize people who appreciate our app to be able to share it. And so we decided to tap a friend, earn a buck, but that wasn't enough. We wanted to share more. That's where the compensation and the affiliate program come in. So how the affiliate program works is really, for the first time ever, we have data that's collected. We pay the individual $5 to $25 a month for that data. As the phone moves around, as Walter so eloquently explained, their earnings go up. As we share with our friends, we can earn another dollar residually. And I think this is a really big difference in a lot of programs or a lot of different apps or things that you might share, affiliate programs, whether it's Amazon or Walmart or things like that. Every time that person, as long as you have shared with that person and they installed Tapestry and keep it active on their phone, you're going to earn $1 every single month, not just one and done. So I think that's a very big difference in the tap a friend, earn a buck. Even somebody who's a free user can have a nice little passive residual income going just by installing Tapestry on their phone and sharing it with a few of their friends. We wanted to incentivize affiliates and create an affiliate program that was a two-tiered, Tapestry T-tiered. We like that. We like those T words, I guess you could say. So what we've done is we created the affiliate program. And if you look at, I'm calling her Jamie here. I don't know who this woman is, but we'll say she's Jamie. And she has shared with 6 of her friends. And that was her tier 1. Her social friends, people that she knows that are that clicked on her link and installed Tapestry. And she earns $1 every single month, as long as those people that she shared with have the Tapestry app active on their phone. But the thing is as a user, people are going to like this app. They're going to see within the app that they can tap a friend and earn a buck. And we don't want you guys to miss out on the ability to earn $1 on Jamie, not only on Jamie's friends, but on the friends that her friends share Tapestry with. So that's the second tier. And in this example, you if you were Jamie, you install the app, you use it, you might earn up to $25 a month just in the app itself. You share with 6 friends who install and activate the app. That's another $6 residually every single month. And then those friends go out and they've shared with another 10 friends who've installed the app, and Jamie is earning $1 on those friends as well. So 2-tiered affiliate program. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. For those of you who see a bigger picture here, maybe you have some social influence, maybe you've networked in the past, maybe you're an affiliate marketer for a lot of different Walmart, Amazon, Instagram, whatever it might be. You want to build a team of people. We also wanted to reward people for building a team. So that's when somebody goes out as an affiliate and helps 10 other people become affiliates. You rank up to a super affiliate, which what it does is it increases your earnings, because then all the affiliates you've helped become affiliates in Tapestry, whatever they earn on a monthly commission, you're now going to earn a 50% check match bonus. So I like to think about it just like if you had a production bonus at your job. If everybody produces this much in this month, everybody in the room gets an extra $200-300 as a bonus. That's really what the super affiliate bonus is. If Jamie back here goes and she earns an extra she earns $50 in affiliate, you introduce Jamie, then you're going to earn another $25 bonus on what Jamie earned. Okay. And the greatest thing I think really about the super affiliate bonus is that there's going to be people in the future that find Tapestry on their phone. I don't know how many of you guys open up your app store and you search something and it's showing you all these different apps. Those people that install Tapestry and don't have a code, aren't tied to anybody, they just found it in the app store, they're orphaned. They don't have a parent. They don't have anybody connected to them. If you are a super affiliate, we at Tapestry are just round robin, kind of how you deal a deck of cards. We're going to give those orphans out to every single super affiliate every single month. So we're not keeping any testers, as we call them, for the company itself. So we've really set ourselves apart in the affiliate program, set ourselves apart in the data industry as well, and made an opportunity for people to share Tapestry and be able to be compensated very nicely for it. We don't make any earning disclosures, obviously, never going to do that. We're very transparent with what we do. And in closing, the reality is we've all been duped into giving away tons of data that has immense value. And our goal at Tapestry is to help people tap into that data, turn it into dollars, and also learn and be more educated and aware about the value of the data that they create every day. And Walter,
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah, give it back to you.
I appreciate it. Before we jump into Q&A, I kind of want to lay the ground floor a little bit more to kind of talk about, with Tom here on the line. This is Tom Bullock, one of our founding members at Tapestry and Complementix, of what we've done in the past and does this make sense? So some of the questions I get, and by the way, I love the questions. If you have questions, you can contact us at our website or email me at walter@tapestry, is like, how do you monetize this data? Does this data have value? Do you have buyers? So those are some of the questions that we get a lot. So I will take this time just to walk you through kind of a bit background on my previous company and what we plan on doing here at Tapestry as well. So here you see a back office of Complementix collecting data. So hopefully you guys can all see my screen. You see here I'm highlighting the United States, and that I see roughly 410 million devices. This is right now, right? This is not what we've done in the past. This is like today. We see all these hundreds of millions of phones coming on. Obviously, people get new phones constantly, and that's increased as many cell companies allow you to just pay a monthly fee and just get a new iPhone or get a new Google or Samsung phone. And also you can see worldwide that we have so many different devices. Some of the questions come up is, do we want to launch internationally? Absolutely. I mean, we see value in Brazil, Indonesia, and Germany, and Bangladesh, and Iraq. Of course, we want to launch internationally as well. So what do we do with this data? That becomes the question. Number one, have you done this before? Yes, we have done this. We've been doing this for years. Here's the amount of data that we currently see in the United States. What do you do with it? So I'll give you a few examples. Let's first start with a pretty fun example. So this is Carl Quintilla. You may know him. He's on CNBC with Squawk on the Street. This is an example of how we at Complementix use mobile location data to look at Disneyland, right? So Disneyland was launching this new Star Wars Galaxy Edge attraction. And the question becomes, was it good? Was it successful? Did people actually go to this new attraction? And you ask the question again, who would know? Well, Disney would know, but they're a publicly traded company. They're really not going to give out this information to other people. Well, we would know at Complementix. And in this exchange, we sold data to Barclays. And then Barclays did the actual research to show that, yeah, people did this specific example didn't go pretty well. It was actually a poorly launched. And you could see us as the source of data here. So that's an example of just theme parks. And in this example, you'll see as well, this has nothing to do about personally identifiable information. It doesn't care about Walter or Tom or Georgia or Stephanie or Chuck. It's completely anonymous. Another example, let's kind of go into visualization, is Nashville. So here you will actually see, and I am taking the time to be specific here intentionally, and this is recorded so you guys all can share this later. Every single line you see here is a unique phone. And this box that they're actually representing is a parking lot, right? So the question becomes, this is our client who's in downtown Nashville. If they parked at our parking lot, where did they come from? What the client wanted to do was create dynamic pricing. So if you're from Tennessee, you get a lower price, but if you're outside from Tennessee, you get a higher price. Makes sense. So the question becomes, again, how would they know where the person came from? Mobile location data, right? So what we did is we drew little geographic polygons around all these parking lots. And then we said, dear database, where was this phone hours ago? Where was this phone 24 hours, 48 hours ago? And as you begin to zoom out, you can see the power of this data. So they were all in this parking lot. But as I zoom out in the United States, you can clearly see, and this takes a little bit of time to load, they came from everywhere. They came from the Northeast, the South, let's move this. They came from the West, out in Alaska. And then we had even this one single person who came all the way, where'd you come from? I think it's like Israel and Tel Aviv. So who would have access to this data? Well, the big social companies, the search companies, but we see the value completely anonymously of understanding human movement ultimately across the world. And when we collect this data, we're going to pay you for it. And when we monetize it, we do it anonymously. I'll give you one more example on a visualization. Here is a client of ours. They own an outlet mall in Allen, Texas, for all the Texans here on the call. The question becomes, they're competing against another outlet mall right here. So let me change this to a satellite so you can actually see it. All right, so this is the village at Allen. Here's another outlet mall right here. Do people go to both? That's the question, right? Do people come here, go to Ulta Beauty, go to Best Buy? There's a Top Golf location right here. You can actually see it. And do people go to both? And as I just highlight phones, right, you can actually see the device ID tied to that unique phone. You can also see at times the phone itself. So it's an Apple iPhone. That's the carrier code, which is an AT&T, and the point of interest that we actually see that phone at. That's Guitar Center. This data is already available. It's already being monetized. The distinction is we're going to you directly to monetize it completely anonymously. And clearly this data has value, right? So we were able to tell this client that, yeah, you know, a good 30% of people who went there that weekend also went here. And another pressing example for last year with COVID-19 is people working from home, right? So one of our clients, Barclays as well, was looking at our location data and showing that, you know, generally people who made over $100,000 a year, 60% of those people were able to work from home. Those who made under $40,000 a year, I'll get 40% of those people were able to work from home. All done anonymously, able to monetize. And we believe that many customers and clients want access to this data, but they should get it ethically. In a culture right now, we're so concerned about like ethically sourced meat. We think brands should use ethically sourced data where the consumer has consented, they understand their data is valuable, they're getting paid for it, and they can also participate in the value exchange. So just wanted to lay the foundation there of kind of where the data goes, how do we use it, have we done this before? We've been doing it for quite a while, and now we look to break out of the mold and do it directly with you, the consumer. So at this time, we'll kind of open up to Q&A.
That was excellent, Walter. Thank you so much. Would you mind just going back to the one screen that showed all the lines?
Sure.
Like, I just think it's really interesting how we call the app Tapestry, and I think that gives a really good visual of the reason why we call it Tapestry. What you
Yes.
say, when you say anonymous location device IDs, that's what you're looking at right there, correct?
Exactly right. Completely anonymous. We don't know who these people are. It's a completely anonymous aspect for us. It's just a phone that went to this location, but they went to a location that was interesting to us or one of our clients. So that's the key. I think there's one other one I didn't show you. This is another one. You know, this is Liz Sanders. If you know her, you guys are finance folks. She's the chief investment officer at Charles Schwab, and she's quoting our data as well. So we're in the finance space specifically. I feel like people know about this and we're kind of known, but But for the average consumer, they have no idea. And that's the mold that we're trying to break. We think the average consumer should know about this and get paid for it.
Love it.
So, okay, so let me stop sharing there. Let's get to your questions. So you can throw your questions in the chat, probably the easiest way. One update I'll make on the app side. So last week we talked about Apple's feedback. So Apple told us, we like your app. Well, they didn't actually say they like our app, but they said, we saw your app. The key thing you need to do is basically notify the consumer. So if you're familiar with Apple's latest changes, which is iOS 14.5, it basically will tell every consumer when an app is actually tracking them. So the consumer has to agree, track app. And with that, Apple actually has additional scrutiny. So even if you agree, we need to tell you again every 2 to 3 hours that we're tracking your location. So you agree to location tracking, and I'll kind of do my best to do this while I'm on the call. All right, so hopefully you can see, let me get out of the app and get back in it. Hold on. So hopefully you can see that there.
It's real.
It's real. I'm logging in with Face ID because you do have to do Face ID or Touch ID every single time. There's no earnings goal for me right now because it's not monetizing. But when I hit this and go to location, location's being tracked. Hopefully, there it is. It's being tracked. And then when I leave the app, Apple basically wants us to send them a notification like this that says, hey, this app is still tracking your location. So that's what we're working on right now, and we're testing that on all versions of iOS. So our goal is to actually have this resubmitted by next Friday. We've been working on this all this week and last week, and cross our fingers that they approve it in a very short period of time. So that's the latest on iOS. As you know, Android has already been approved. Okay, so Danny, I'll let you read off the questions, and Tom, would love your help on the Q&A as well.
All right, guys, here we go. Is Tapestry worldwide or US only?
Yeah, so we are starting off US only, but we, as I said earlier, we see the value of completely going global. US, understand it, it's a big market, 330 million people, about 160 or 80 million over 18. That's a huge market. Then is to kind of go up north to our Canadian neighbors, then look at Western Europe, English speaking, but that will also open up Australia and New Zealand, and then start tackling the rest of the world. But I think we can get there basically by the beginning of next year, is to try to be global. But also understand there are privacy rules that are changed by country. There are payment rules that change by country. And obviously we have to agree to all of those things.
I'll add to that, in our current rules at Complementix, we are selling international data, as Walter showed you. And we have dozens of buyers that are paying us millions of dollars a year. And so the pipeline is in place. We just need the help of you guys to build out our user base.
Well said.
So what about affiliates who aren't in the US? Can they become affiliates now?
So originally we were thinking, let's kind of launch our affiliates US only, but there's been so much excitement and so many well-qualified affiliates across the globe that we are allowing affiliates to be affiliates globally now. However, when you're getting users to pre-register, please allow those users to be live in the US only, because they won't be able to download the app if they do. But also, as an affiliate, you can bring on other affiliates in your country as well. So yes, if you're an international affiliate, you can sign up. You can also sign up other affiliates. But the key thing is we hope that all your users are based in the United States.
Awesome. Okay, so we have a question here, which Alexandra, I'm going to ask if you'd be a little more specific, because it just says, what about the specifics of the terms and conditions? And I'm not sure what you mean by the word specific. So we will come back to that, because I'm sure you'll type it in the chat for us. Let's see.
Do we want to put the terms and conditions from the website up so that they can read it, or refer them to the link?
I'm pretty sure this gentleman has read it, but yeah, we could definitely put the link in the chat if somebody wants to do that.
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Or do it on your screen too, Walter. That's fine too. Let's go to the next question.
I believe I mentioned to my upline terms and conditions from between paragraph number 5 to number 11, especially the parts where we are personally liable. It mentions the fact that the person, we are going to get an app, and we are not, and the app developer is not responsible for the app, that Tapestry is responsible. But it also mentions that the app developer and the app provider is not responsible for any violations of any local consumer laws or other laws, and that we are, and the implication is that we as affiliates are responsible. To some of my people who are potential downlines, that's very troubling, okay? So
Yeah, so
an elaboration of those conditions would be helpful.
Yeah. So are you talking about the terms of service, right? Not the privacy policy.
Terms of
Right.
paragraph 5 through 8 is what he's referring to specifically in the terms.
Okay, hold on, I'm pulling this up. Okay, so account registration, terms of service here. Currency. So I think what you're getting at is you become an affiliate of Tapestry and you're utilizing our brand and using the term, our likeness, to use the legal jargon. We are basically giving you kind of responsibility of kind of how you use our branding. And we have rules that basically state you can't do X, Y, and Z, which are all kind of stated there. And you're kind of repping and warranting to those actual terms. Now, I'm not a lawyer and I don't play well on the internet. So our attorneys actually wrote this up. That's the way that I currently understand it. But if you can write up your question specifically, I would love to kind of get you feedback from our legal team who wrote that up, because I take your query quite seriously.
Thank you so much, Anastasia and Lisa and Yaya. Thank you for bringing that.
I'm going to get everybody on mute here. All right, so is part of the presentation showing how the use of data is available as a standalone, as too many people are concerned about being tracked?
Yeah, so let me state that as well. The question that gentleman just asked about that is, those are the type of questions that we like. We don't shy away from them. We're not scared by them. We know that what we're doing may sound out of the ordinary or scary, but listen, this is happening all day long on the apps on your phone. But because we're going directly to you, we have to put these type of things in place. So when you say tracking, the app does track you. One of the things that we will say is we're not looking at what we call the CND, common nighttime dwellings. We're not interested in your home. We're interested in points of interest. You also have the ability within the app to stop tracking. You know what? Let's pull up the app. It's better to show than say. Hold on. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Get rid of that. Okay, let's start from the beginning. All right, so the consumer opens up the app. They can sign up with us directly. They can sign up with any of our Google, Facebook, or Apple, which is pretty standard. We're gonna skip all of this. You are agreeing to the terms and conditions. The whole point of this app is to work in the background and pay the consumers for the data that they're already giving away. If they say do not allow, this pops up automatically, right? You have to have location turned on. So you would basically start over, but we're gonna continue by just starting here. The consumer can actually go to their account settings and stop sharing location. They can do this at any time they like. It's really up to them. Obviously, they stop sharing location, they stop earning, and that affects everybody down the line, right? So if I share this with Tom and Tom download it and then stop sharing for 3 or 4 days, he stops earning. My matching bonus, for example, would stop as well on him. So all of this is based on the usage. We are an affiliate program based on data. So you can click stop sharing and that's totally fine. You can even click delete my account. So I'll go back here. Let's go to settings, go to delete my account. We kind of want to know why you want to leave us. You have a duplicate account, which is going to happen a lot. We expect that. So you signed up originally with Facebook, then you signed back in using your email. That's 2 different accounts. We can happily will delete an extra account for you. You have a privacy concern, which is what we're talking about right now. And we want to hear that. So if you have a privacy concern, you can enter in that feedback and you can submit it to us or other and just completely delete the account. The data is deleted. Your data is no longer being monetized. You have left the Tapestry ecosystem. So just to recap that, you can stop sharing for a day. We'll send you a push notification 24 hours later. You can also delete the account if you choose not to work with us any longer. So it's your choice, it's your data.
All right, perfect. When is the app going to launch?
Talked about this, hopefully as soon as possible. So with iOS, we're going to shoot, our goal is to shoot for next week to resubmit. Google's already been approved. We're going to launch them at the same time. We've had multiple kind of deliberations about launching Google by itself. But here in the United States, it's really like 50-50. Most people are on an iOS phone and have their apps on, Android. And many of our affiliates, you can give the app away to somebody and they're on Android and you don't have the ability to download it themselves. And it gets kind of complicated. Internationally, it's actually, if it was this issue, we would launch it automatically. This is 80% Android. So our goal is to shoot for within the July, get this thing back to Apple at the end of next week.
Awesome. And then they review it and decide when they're going to say, okay. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Can you change phones after you enroll, or is it better to wait until if you get a new phone, they're asking, or should they wait if they're planning?
So yeah, that's a good question. So everything's tied to your account. So you can sign in on multiple different phones. From the location standpoint, we're going to understand that and only pay you on one phone. But if you get a new phone, just obviously sign out of that one and start using the new one.
Perfect. Okay. This will be uploaded on our Facebook group. Several people are asking. We upload them every Friday after the Zoom call. Great overview. That's why it's important to promote Bring All Prospects. When did you say it's officially launching? We just did that.
Oh, Gene Day's got a great question. Also, I'm skipping ahead though. You had mentioned on previous Zooms that older phones won't get paid as much. How old is old? That's good. That's the age-old question. And 2 or 3 years. Okay, so for us, I would say everyone knows over time. If you look at that original iPhone in 2007, that phone was pretty small, and now we're here. These phones are ginormous, and it's primarily as the phones got bigger, the batteries got bigger. I would say if you're in an iPhone 6, as an example, this is just an example, those phones are going to be earning less than an iPhone 12, right? You're already 6 generations ahead. So how much less, it really depends on that specific battery, how much utilization is available on that battery. How is that phone actually connected? Is it Wi-Fi, cellular, or GPS? So I would say that for us is considered old. It's not really old, but it's older. I would argue now most consumers don't really have battery concerns, and we'll be able to track a bit more. And on that note, we're not tracking 24/7 per se. So as I work from home all day and I just sit here, but maybe later in the afternoon I go for a run and I hop in my car, that's when Tapestry would get active. Then again, when I actually go into points of interest. So I would say it's not so much about years, it's more about versions.
Nice. I'll address a couple of these if you don't mind. So from the affiliate side, what is the main age of an affiliate to be paid? I did see 16 years old, but wanted to confirm. Yes, that is correct. 16 years old and older to be an affiliate. Androids, nobody's payable as of yet because the app isn't live. Nobody can install it. So dollars are earned when people install the app and start activating and using it. Let's see. Will we ever be able to contact someone in our team as a person that they've recruited? So I think they're referring to like information from the back office.
Yeah, on the affiliate to affiliate, I think Chuck and you, Dana, as well are thinking that's a really good idea. And I agree with you, because we do get people who've, they send out a link and multiple affiliates sign up and they don't know who these people are, and they kind of want to get them in the training and get them on marketing meetings and things like that. So yes, we will add that feature. Perfect.
The PDF that we use is actually, I've had some people ask for the PDF presentation, and that is uploaded in the Facebook group under guides. You can go to the tools and you'll see it there. Let's see. Work from home, seldom go anywhere. I won't be generating much data,
Right. So that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I really wouldn't look at it that way, but I can totally understand how many people do. It's not so much about how often you go somewhere. It's just about living your life as normal. You eventually will leave your house, hopefully, and you'll go to a point of interest, and that's where we see value. We also find it value if those who are rural folks and family who are on this call, who have to drive very long distances to get to grocery stores or don't go very, very often. That's an interesting data point. This was earlier, that Nashville example, things like that. How often are they going to that city? Who's our domestic traveler, international travelers, truck drivers, Uber drivers? All that stuff is interesting to us.
All right. Thank you, LaDonna, for sharing the Facebook group page with everyone and helping us answer the questions. Appreciate it. So Ryan is asking, does it matter the age of the phone user for it to count as an active user that you can get paid on? If yes, how would we know, being that users are anonymous?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how old the phone is to get paid on the users. Nope. And it's also in the back office, you'll see how many active, right now they're called leads, but they'll eventually turn into users of who've actually downloaded and stay active. And we're actually going to light that. So if they download the app, that will be one color. They go active as a different color, so you can actually see the difference. And that's why affiliates are so important as well, is that you can educate people that you got to download, you got to sign up, you got to allow location tracking, you got to stay active. And that's a lot of the education we'll be doing as well. But they don't have to have a certain type of phone to be active or earn to be active.
And if I have my 12-year-old daughter who I pay for her phone and she installs Tapestry, how is Tapestry going to know she's not 16? I think is the question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, so the legal term, and this is in Facebook privacy policy, it's in ours as well. We don't knowingly collect data on anyone under the age of 13. And then for us to use the app, you have to be 16. So we would encourage those not to have their 16, 15-year-olds and 13-year-olds, et cetera, to be using the app, even with a parent's recommendation. And also that kind of mixes the data, right? So if sometimes the daughter uses the phone and sometimes the mom uses the phone, it can kind of mix signals from a data perspective.
All right. If you travel a lot, will there ever be a possibility of earning more than $25 just from being a free user with Tapestry on the phone?
Yeah, so we definitely say people in the gig economy and truck drivers will earn more, just by definition. They're driving so many events, and we're going to be able to collect location constantly. And many Uber drivers, we understand, have their phone charged all day long, truck drivers as well. So we'll be a bit more aggressive for those folks. So I would say they will earn more. That being said, I wouldn't encourage those to do something out of the ordinary to earn more. Just living your life for basically earning to be yourself is kind of the goal. But if you're already driving, why not earn more?
All right. So have somebody asking, affiliates outside the US, such as Canada, when will their 1-year Founders Member promo start? When is the US app launch, or when the app goes live in their country, ?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this is a question for Danny and Chuck as well. We haven't really discussed a promo for international markets, but there will be a promo for those markets. What it will look like, we're not quite sure of. I think Canada will look a lot like the United States, and I think a lot Europe will as well, but we're not there yet. That is a good question.
And I'm going to address that a little bit more if you don't mind. So if you are currently an active affiliate, the promo is the Founders Club, Founding Members Club. And what we have done is you pay the one-time $9.95 activation fee, and then we waive the next 12 months fees. So if you are now currently an active affiliate, your promotion has started. We will do some other promotions as we do launch other countries, but we don't have those in effect right now. Will I be able to see how many users my users have?
So that's the other Chuck question as well. How many users if you're just users, the answer is no, right? You're not going to be able to see that. But as an affiliate, you're going to see how big your whole tree is, and that does encompass users as well. But as a free user, you're not going to be able to see that. As a free user, you will be able to see how many people you personally referred, how many of those people are active. That's kind of where it limits. So you should sign up to be an affiliate.
Perfect. I love it. Will you ever go into more than just location information?
Yes. Yeah. So we're very interested across the whole data ecosystem. So right now we monetize not just location data, but hardware and software. So we're looking at, your Wi-Fi strength, your connectivity, is it Cox, is it AT&T, whoever you're using, all that stuff on the phone. Also, some questions that come up, I'm glad you asked that question. We're not looking at who you're texting, we're not looking at your camera, your microphone. We don't have access to any of that. What we do have access to is when you download it is your connectivity type. So your phone is working somehow by Wi-Fi or cellular, and we're looking at who is behind that. Is it AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, things like that. Outside of location and hardware and software, we're very interested in launching our browser extension that will come out next year. So basically that will allow, as a consumer, as you shop and search, you can make money. And obviously as you live your life as normal, that you can earn money as well. So the goal is to boost those earnings for everybody, but we are months and months away from that. But yes, the goal is to definitely branch outside of location.
How effective is Tapestry going to be for college students that live on campus and don't drive much during the college year?
Oh, it's going to be huge. I think college kids is going to be, they're looking at it as beer money. They're going to look at it as extra income money. I mean, a whole different host for college kids, just, living their life, but also just their spring break. College kids are going back home, right? We understand the university they're actually going to and how all that looks. But then you can also look at the economics behind it. And we try to be our best to be transparent. Of like, if you're going to, I'm in Illinois State or Mizzou or Harvard, where did you come from, right? All that stuff actually matters to us. So that's all monetizable points for us. So yeah, even if they're not moving a lot, they probably have a second job and they will travel during the spring and summer. So that's valuable.
Well, and walking around on campus, I mean, all of those things are going to create location data. As you grow, will you ever get paid more than 2 tiers? Do you see us adding any kind of other bonus programs or anything?
Yeah, so I think we talked about the global affiliate. I think we have a couple global affiliates right now. So congratulations to those folks. So we will definitely create additional benchmarks, but we're not going to go outside of that 2-tiered system. We respect the multi-level marketing space, but we're not trying to build an MLM company. We really just want to build a robust affiliate system that's sustainable. And to make it sustainable, we got to keep paying you guys lots of money. So we have to increase it, we understand, but we'll likely not go past those 2 tiers.
Perfect. And yes, we do have 2 equity owners, Saval Benson and Michael Lankto. So congratulations to both of you. They both achieved that within 30 days of becoming affiliates, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What's our best 30-second pitch to invite someone to this?
Oh man, the pressure is on. 30-second pitch. So what I always say is, whether you use Tapestry or not, this data is already being monetized. And this is the phrase I use intentionally. Most consumers have, and this is way over 30 seconds, but a Ring on their front doorbell. They have a Nest in their house. They have a Samsung or Sony TV that's tracking what they watch. And they have all the apps on their phones that are monetizing. And Amazon thinks it's great to share your Wi-Fi with your neighbors. So whether you use Tapestry or not, this is already going on. You should join Tapestry and get paid for it. So something like that.
I love that.
To me, it's your data. You should get paid for it.
Perfect.
Even better.
3 seconds.
Even better.
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you paid and what is the frequency?
Paid every 30 days. Behind us is Stripe. So when you sign up to be an affiliate right now, it's done by Stripe. Paying out to you as a consumer and affiliate, super affiliate, global affiliate is also Stripe as well on a 30-day cadence.
Will I, as an affiliate, be able to see the location of my users on the app?
No.
Good. Thank you for saying that. Let's see. So if the user is below 16 years old, then they can tap a friend. Will they be able to get paid for that?
Say that one more time.
So if we have a user below 16 years old and they tap a friend, will they earn $1?
Under 16, no, they shouldn't use the app at all.
Let's see. Can you reaffirm when the app will be available in Europe?
So once we go live, we think we can actually touch Europe in the fall. So September, October timeframe. So pretty quickly. Europe's pretty quick. Europe is a key market for us.
Perfect. We are upgrading and updating the back office. It's in process right now. Do you want to add to that, Walter?
Yeah, so originally, Tapestry and Complementix were two separate entities, but we found a really creative way to combine them. So now, thankfully, we have a lot of the Complementix legacy developers on the Tapestry back office, and we see the issues, right? Where the Stripe, some of you guys are getting a notification to get charged again, that will get deactivated and go automatically for subscriptions, or you're having a bug, or you sign up to be an affiliate, you're not fully active yet. All that stuff we know about, and it's getting resolved currently. So yes.
Do you ever look at our names? Not sure.
No, that's a good question. That's a really good question. So when you sign up to be an affiliate or a user, in your email is in a completely separate table from your location data. They are not linked together. We take that device ID, we further anonymize it. It's just a random dot on the screen, not tied to your name, email, postal, any of that information. Really good question.
Awesome. Yeah, I totally understand. So the gentleman who asked, or the woman, I'm not sure, who asked about users being able to see who's invited who on maybe their tier 2, was because she wanted to be able to reach out to them and say, you might as well become an affiliate, right? So can you talk about, okay, let's see, sorry. Some of these are the same question over and over. Did I understand then that the app is currently location driven versus internet activity driven?
Yes, location driven. We're not looking at browser information, other apps that you're using, text messages, camera, microphone, none of that stuff.
Awesome. And Debbie, everybody right now, before the app is live, pays one time $9.95, and then we go in and manually waive the next 12 months of administration fees. So that is how that's working right now. What is the absolute minimum amount that someone who literally never leaves their house can earn on their data?
That's a great question. They'll probably be in the lower end, $4 to $5. And when we say that's a good point. When we say $5 to $25, that is an average range, right? We say on the low end, people are probably making $4 or $5. And I think you'll have people make 25, even more than that. We do have surveys in the app. There's ways to make more money if you so choose, but it's up to them. But I would say, a low number of events, you're probably on that $4 to $5 range. Which is funny, because if you look at competition, if you look at other apps in the ecosystem that are like cashback apps, survey apps, these people are making $2 to $3. They're getting paid every 90 days. And those apps have millions of users. So we look to take up a huge chunk of that business.
Yeah, they're getting paid every 90 days and they have to spend 4 or 5 hours filling out surveys every month. So not very here. Okay, what is a global affiliate?
I'll let you take that one.
So a global affiliate is somebody who first becomes an affiliate, then becomes a super affiliate by getting 10 affiliates, and then helping those 10 become super affiliates. So 10 who get 10 and bless that someone again is how Habal would say it. And he is one of our global affiliates, as is Michael Langto. And what happens with the global affiliates is we have a 1% equity pool that they qualify for, and will be given 0.02%. There's 50 spots, guys. So there's 48 spots left. And after the 12 months, we look back and we go, hey, has this person been a super affiliate who has 10 super affiliates? Yes. Okay, here's their equity.
Yep.
Can a user log in desktop as well as see the reports and manage payout?
Yes, absolutely. In the affiliate back office, if they're an affiliate, not as a user. Talk about surveys. So, there's a lot of survey apps out there. So like Google Surveys is one. I think it's called Google Opinion Rewards. There's a whole bunch of survey apps out there, and you're paid like literally 5 cents, 3 cents, and you have to get up to $10 to get a payout. So you can imagine that most of these people aren't making a whole lot of money, yet these apps have millions of users. We have a dynamic way to create a survey because we're location based. So we associate you with Costco, we associate you with Ford or something, so we can pull in a survey that's brand related to get your true feedback. And we feel like we can earn more on that survey and pay you more for that survey as well. So we're right now, we made the decision. Ultimately, we're saying how many surveys should we give a consumer a week? Well, basically, it's unlimited. You could spend all day long in Tapestry doing surveys as you choose, and you can see your earnings flow keep going up and up and up if you choose. You do have to qualify for surveys, right? So if we think Procter and Gamble wants to do a survey with us and they care about women, 25 to 34, we need to make sure that you qualify for that survey. That's pretty standard if you've done surveys other places, but that's some good information on surveys.
All right.
Well, what countries are on deck? I'll give that to Tom. Tom, what are your favorite countries you're interested in?
The European Union would be top. It's very difficult data to obtain, yet it's super valuable and there's a lot of demand for it.
Yeah, I would agree. I would also add in like Nigeria, Asia, and all of APAC, where you have a very young population, and especially Nigeria and like Kenya, where they're all mobile, they're sharing money already digitally, they're really big into crypto. It'd be interesting to watch that country grow and flourish and watch those countries flourish. So I'm very interested in APAC, Asia, and Africa overall.
What if somebody changes their phone number? Do they have to sign up again?
Nope, it's not tied to your phone number, tied to your email within an account.
How much of a heads up before the app goes live will we receive? Because that is when a huge push to affiliates for marketing for us.
Yeah, so we will give literally as soon as we get the okay, we'll talk obviously with the team internally and let you know as soon as possible. We'll create a message that's eloquent and hopefully very nice and let you know as soon as we can.
If I'm an inactive user, but I'm an affiliate, would I still be making money off the person I referred?
So if you're inactive as a user yourself, yes, you're not making money personally on your own data, but you're making money off the users below you. So yes, you can. We do encourage affiliates to be users, but it's not mandatory.
Okay. Everybody, let's see. What is that one?
A lot of questions today. I like it.
Try to keep track. What about the Ukraine? Oh shoot, I just
That
lost.
would be part of, yeah, that will be part of Europe as well. I know technically they may not be in the EU, but that's the way we currently look at it on the Eastern bloc of Europe.
Okay, so reading through, I keep losing track here. Sorry, guys. So to be an instant affiliate, pay $9.95 today to be an affiliate, and the rest of the 12 months is free. But after we open, it's $9.95 per month to be an affiliate earning income. That is correct. After the app is live in the United States on Android and iOS, affiliates who register from that day forward will pay $9.95 a month administration fees. Can we pass the program on to a beneficiary?
Yeah, so the aspect of it being willable is something that legal is looking at right now. I don't have a firm answer. I think the answer is going to be yes, but that is a TBD.
Okay, how about Brazil? When's it going to be?
Part of LATAM, yeah, that's going to be part of the LATAM launch for sure, but big country, lots of valuable data there, especially with large brands being there. So definitely something we're interested in.
I love this question from Mike Shepard because I think I asked you this question when we were talking and everything was just, concept. So once I install the app, can I block everybody else from grabbing my data except for Tapestry?
Yeah, that is a good question. So the answer is no, straightforward right now. We can't block that. And plus, we'll be making a lot of enemies really quickly, right? With some big boys and girls. So we definitely don't want to do that. But it is something that we're thinking a lot about because we would understand the other apps that do have access to your information. How you might add is through Complementix, right? So Complementix understands a lot of those apps that have access. So something to consider, but not a product we're launching right now.
Perfect. So Bob's asking.
Technically through Apple now with iOS 14.5 though, you will be prompted to, or you'll be asked, do you want to share data with, for example, Facebook, and you'll have that choice.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm getting all these messages. Okay, so an editable version of the PDF. Come back to me for that because we don't really want people to edit it. The goal is that it's presented the way that we have it, but I'm open to suggestions if there's something specific you want. How do we become a user? I'm already an affiliate. When the app goes live, we all become users by installing it on our phone.
Yeah, and you can pre-register at tapestry.io as well as a user.
What exactly does the $9.95 pay for each month? Shoot, sorry, after launch.
Okay, that's a good point. We haven't talked about this in this call. So the way the $9.95 is structured for us is when we take in data, we are giving 80% of the revenue back to you, the user, right? We're living on that 20%. On that 20%, obviously there are multiple tiers with the affiliate system that also goes back to you as well, and a percentage of that stays in-house. The $9.95 is kind of like our Prime membership. This is our Costco membership. This is really the profit center of the company. So we're not going to go out and spend millions of users acquiring users. You're going to do that for us, and then we're going to live on that $9.95. That's what it's covering: salaries, it's covering AWS charges, it's covering basically the aspect of running the company. Right. But with Complementix, we've historically all done it on data monetization, which is a pretty good business, I would definitely say. But the way we're doing it now is we're taking those earnings and paying it back to you.
All right, but if you register as an affiliate but haven't paid yet, when does that 12 months start? The day you pay or the day you registered? So maybe somebody registered but they didn't actually pay and they come back a week later.
It's pay.
Yeah.
Pay.
Fundraising. Have a couple people asking about that.
Yeah, we get that a lot. I know Danny and Chuck care a lot about that as well. I think the market is so large, and it makes sense that fundraisers and nonprofits already do so many things to earn, like gift cards and cookies and buying things from certain websites. So Tapestry is a natural fit. However, I think when we approach a nonprofit, we want to do it in the right manner. There's a lot of things that I don't know, to be honest with you, in the nonprofit arena. So we want to do it right. So we're looking at not doing much on fundraising right now. If you have like a little league or something small that you can sign up to be an affiliate, I think, go for it. But if you're going to go to a cancer organization or something for leukemia or something very large, we want to make sure we do that correctly. So we're holding off on that. And that's because we don't want, and just be very transparent, us to be like, we're making money off this data and then, giving it to some organization and it just comes off very earthy and you don't have a good feeling about it. That's the last thing we want. We want to do it right. So we're going to bring in some professionals who understand this, but we definitely see a big opportunity there.
So I'm just going to read this really quick, because Ken is asking for clarification. To clarify, someone in Canada or Australia will pay the US $9.95 to be an affiliate. Their 1-year free subscription starts when the US app goes live. Actually, their 1-year free subscription starts the day that they pay to be an affiliate, not when the app goes live, just to clarify for everyone. Not when it goes live in the country in the fall, correct? Okay, so they start pre-building their teams naturally in their own country, but will have affiliate and users in the US. To qualify to be a global affiliate, do they have to be in the US when the app isn't live yet in Canada or Australia? So is that clear what he's asking?
I think so. So from the primary way that is the day you actually pay. So right now, there's no real founders thing right now in Germany or Spain or Portugal, since we're not really live in those geos. But if they were actually to sign up right now, is that the question?
Yeah, I think it's a two-part question. So I'm just going to say this to everybody. The $9.95 a month was going to be every month from the day we started telling anybody about Tapestry, even if it was 2 months out or 2 years out from launching, right? But we as corporate decided we want to give you guys something. It takes an innovative spirit to see this vision before the app is live. So in turn, we decided anybody who wants to get a head start and start promoting before the app is in the App Store has the opportunity to become an affiliate, and we'll just charge them one time for a whole year. So personally, I'm just going to say, whether you're here or Australia or Korea or wherever you may be in the world, if you want to take an opportunity to get a head start and start getting your teams in place now, that's your decision. And in turn, you will, from the day you pay to be an affiliate, you get a full year of no more administration fees. That's how it works. his second part of the question is, do they have to, is the equity pool open to anybody globally right now? Because we have 50 spots, and he's wondering if he has an affiliate in Canada.
It is.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. And then we're coming at an hour here, so let's kind of wrap this up with a couple more questions.
Okay, Tom, do you see any good ones you want to answer?
Will the app recognize my contacts in my phone? No, it will not. That was one of the questions. An edible translation version. I don't think, Danny, you're going to handle that. Have I been a part of a network marketing company or owner distributor? I dabbled in one when I was like college age, like a decade ago, but honestly, no. I mean, that's not really my experience. I've been an affiliate. I've been an affiliate of Amazon and eBay and Shopzilla and all those guys. That was the first product we actually launched. But you know, Danny and Chuck and many of you guys have the networking experience that we find so valuable.
Will you give us a 1-minute rundown of your background, Walter? We have some people asking. I know you shared at the beginning, but just.
Yeah, so the first product I launched was a product called, the company was called Growth Systems, which we launched a browser extension. And what the browser extension did was it tried to find better prices online. We eventually jumped into shopping and in travel. So the goal was you did a search on Google, we would slide in, show you a better price. And behind that was a bunch of affiliate relationships with Amazon and eBay and people like that. But we quickly found that it's more money to sell the journey than to actually make money off the sale. And I think that makes sense. It's kind of the old story with like Levi Strauss and people going west for gold. People made the money selling the picks and shovels and jeans than actually finding gold. And that's what we did. So we focused on actually selling the journey. So this person went to this website, this cookie, this unique ID, this URL. That product got 10 million users, and we sold it to info.com in 2015. And we changed the name to Complementix and focused on mobile. So instead of a line of code that went into a website or a browser extension, it turned into an SDK that sits inside of apps, which is what Complementix is today. And that's how I met Tom. I was trying to sell Tom data when he was at another data company.
Yeah, so I guess to add to that, you know, Walter and I combined have decades of experience now in the digital data industry, and so we understand how to build out a data marketplace, and more importantly, we understand how to monetize data, and we have all these relationships in place. And as I mentioned previously, we have a revenue pipeline already in place to take the Tapestry data and just insert it into the Complementix data set and start to monetize it immediately.
Yep, we can't wait to get it. Can't wait to get it.
It's a synergistic relationship. Beautiful. Okay. In closing, this will be uploaded to YouTube and to our Facebook group. If somebody would be so kind as to share the playlist link, it will get you all the best videos on Tapestry, from frequently asked questions to the 1-minute overview and everything in between, and today's. I can't upload it until we close. So we got to close so I can upload this video. Let's see, there was one question. Oh, the closing question. Will the language on the sign up page reflect that there will be a free year for becoming an affiliate to be changed? Will that be changed?
Will the affiliate agreement change?
I think they're talking about.
I was too busy reading questions.
Yeah, will it reflect the fact that they're going to get 12 months instead of right now they're seeing?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Those changes are being done ASAP right now.
Awesome.
Sorry, Mike, are we concerned about lawsuits from big companies that use information? No, not at all, right? So we're not, that was the other question about shutting off Facebook and Instagram and other social companies. No, we're not doing that. So they have their own walled garden, and we have our own garden as well. We're just going to plant a lot of trees in it.
Stay in our lane. Perfect. Well, thank you all for coming. We do this every single Friday for an hour. Bring all your questions, bring all the people with all the questions that you're going to talk to between now and this coming Friday, so that Walter and Tom, myself and Chuck can get them answered. This video will be on the Facebook group and on YouTube as soon as I get it uploaded. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Have a great weekend. Thanks for taking the time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank